So there's got to be some way to resurrect them and bring them back. They were like, you gotta wake up and we gotta do all this. And I'm just like, y'all gotta stop bothering me in the middle of the night. I'm made to have this. I don't, I want to have my little Christmas lights on. I won't lie. I nearly died having them. I had evil shit attached to them where they be fucking with them roach spirits, Pierre's and Zoe Jennings and Pierre Holmes, and turning them into evil ass entity attachments to be dispatched and used against me. And I just can't have that and try to kill me off. So, I'm going to show you them Christmas lights later on. I decorated my place nice. I don't like having this shit because I can't fucking sleep properly. I got this shirt from, the clothes drive downstairs. My favorite number 3. It's on the back. I'm tired as a motherfucker. But, with that being said, I actually met Michael Jackson too in the spirit plane last night. I kept having dreams about, it's usually like me kicked out my soul consciousness, my consciousness. Meghan Markle did that big time and started altering my timelines and all that shit. I hear that evil wicked motherfucker talking. I really want to punch that bitch in the face. Me and my little road spirits, we stayed up assiduously trying to find where that hoe is because, after what happened to my parents, I can't live with that. I fucking can't. I just can't. I'm praying against hope they with ancestors, at least in some other capacity. My same thing with my brother, mother, father. Praise be to the Honorable Rod 14, 3-Eye Atlas aliens, Roach aliens. They were trying to, get me back, put me back together, get me back in my body. Use 69695 hertz, 1181 hertz, find where they at, as well as my spirit team, my soul consciousness that's in Dia Coleman, stole from that August 22nd, 2022 timeline. My Polo Road Spirits was trying to kill her ass off last night. They were like, Raven, just lie down. I'm going to do the Palo my young babe for you. I'm going to handle this, and hopefully that baby ain't gone. So use 295, 446 hertz, 3002 hertz, 3.8 hertz, 1.9 hertz to revive that baby, 3517 hertz. I want to say 3002 hertz. I'm going to say this right now. When I don't hear from them, I know something fucked up happened. So that's not a good sign because they've been instrumental. Very, very crucial in helping me out. I remember last night, speaking of which, not speaking of which, but just thinking on things. I heard them replaying, my fucking parents when they first got pulled in the hell rounds, when they first dispatched Meghan Markle. They feed off of that. I'm going to say something right now. I don't respect a prissy bitch. I don't respect the motherfucker that, like I said, I'll beat your ass. I'm not, I'm a very chill fucking person, especially now, but you try to put hands on me, if you do anything to me, I'm still a nigga, and I will beat your motherfucking ass. I may have been Swedish in my past life, Vietnamese, well, Swedish, but I will still beat your motherfucking ass, and I will put them hands on you, and I will grab your little skinny, sinewy body ass and throw you across that motherfucking room. I'm shaped like a motherfucking nigga. I got upper body strength, broad shoulders. You don't play around with a nigga like me. Talking about you gonna come over here and fight me. Bitch, I'll knock you the fuck out and I'll knock you right into motherfucking tomorrow. Your ass won't be able to see me fucking straight. With that, I heard one of them say, I think it's Dia Coleman, I heard she looked like The Rock or whatever. Or something with pock marks or something all fucked up. And she was supposed to be big and they made her into the center of beauty. You can go a little further up and cut off a person's connection to God. That's their spirit guides. They look like will-o'-the-wisp, dementor motherfuckers. The people of the royal family of England. I talked about in last night's video how to destroy them. 3517 hertz, a form of incarnation. Really, you want to go after Queen Elizabeth. That's how you get rid of them. Go after Queen Elizabeth. You cool, you culture, you good. You straight up good. Go after Queen Elizabeth. That's the reptilian consciousness. The Rothschild is that. It's some, I don't know if it's some type of computer whatchamacallit, you know, but anyways, with that being said, I was like, it's later than ever. I'm gonna have to fuck this hoe up in the spirit plane and show who the fuck is boss and who the fuck she fucking with. Because I had this motherfucker fucking with me, talking about you're supposed to be a sacrifice and antagonizing the fuck out of me, her and Eugenie and all of that. I found her shit last night where we all fucked up. Antagonizing the fuck out of me, OJ Kid looking ass motherfucker. Queen Elizabeth's supposed to have gone with another ugly ass sleeve stack reptilian with big bulging ass eyes, well, actually a black guy who looked like that, who she thought was the most beautiful human ever and had sex with him and created Prince Andrew. They do a lot of like fucking DNA splicing with each other and, astral fucking harvesting, astral concealment and all that shit. That Resident Evil jacket, that looks weird. I'm in the bed, but that looks like me lying in the bed. I remember seeing, it was predicted, my father looking like a twig and every motherfucking thing else. When he would manifest, I don't see him manifesting ever since they took him out the spirit plane and killed him off and, killed off his entity attachments. I was told, and I tried to revive Hitler as well. They did the same thing to Hitler. They did the same thing to, I heard they killed off Baron Samedi. They did the same thing to him. They killed him off. So by Roach Spirit that they killed him off and everything else. I'm just praying against hope that I don't, I'm going to try to get them back right now. Like I said, I love y'all, but please don't wake me up in the middle of the motherfucking night. It's urgent. But unless it's like, like one night something did happen that was life fucking threatening. And that's when you get on shit. I felt it. I was scared to death. And me and them road spirits, my Archangel, we all stood on that motherfucker. With my parents, yes, that's, and I should have done a lot more. My brothers, yes, I should have, and I'm going to stay on it too, trying to kill these motherfuckers from the spirit plane today. I'm not playing around with these motherfuckers. The Anurai 14 through Atlas, Alien, and Roaches, they alright. They were trying to find my ass and everything else last night once I lost that shit, so I would try to put myself back together as much as possible. You can play 117 hertz combined with 800 hertz, add, as many zeros at the end and beginning as possible. That could be used to put you back together. I couldn't really, I know last night they were using 3.8 hertz, but the situation is mad complicated. I'm going to go ahead and break it down to you. My Archangel Michael kept urging me to do this. But I need to fuck these people up and just stay focused as much as possible. But I also got to conserve energy. It's hard going after that. Them sadistic, evil motherfuckers stealing your shit and stuff. I was just, me and my little roach spirit, we was so proud of ourselves when we got the main motherfucker like it was nothing and got their asses, Queen Elizabeth and all of that. I wish I would have listened to him. I just kept dismissing him. I'm always, because shit gets missing, all that. Depending on frequency, would have done very, very well. But anyways, with that being said, it becomes more complicated because as I told y'all before, and I'm going to tell you the situation about Sergey Morales and Omunguz and what's going on. And that, alright, I'm going to go ahead and do the Palo Mayombe here. I'm going to go ahead and do the Palo Mayombe and also do, the putting together and all of that. I don't think it's all that hard. With that being said, from what I understand, at the Getty Villa, them motherfuckers stole That looked like somebody appearing from out of nowhere. They kidnapped Sergey Morales and Effie Omunguz. Okay. Through that E-frame motherfucker, I knew him back on the PCH. He's supposed to be a cyborg that was created in one of their labs. It's true what Steve D. Kelly was saying about him, but it's actually a lot worse. Getty Museum have suckerfish motherfuckers that look like Filipina de Rothschild's child, Camilla. Felipe, Circes de Rothschild. And they kept I also kept getting that bitch who soul swapped me as well. I kept getting her big time. It killed me. I found out she was taking my parents' body parts. Like with me, she kept taking my soul consciousness and everything to make herself more physical. I got a lafouche for her. I also got another name. I forgot what it was, but I'm going to have to drop docs later on because I'm going to try to use what little of my third eye I got. These motherfuckers keep pulling at it and everything fucking else to try to put them in their place and kill these motherfuckers off. It's a situation where it's a do or die situation. I gotta kill them off. There's no way around it to defeat them. I hear them talking in my soul consciousness right now as I talk. But anyways, with that being said, from what I understand, them motherfuckers fucking ear is killing me. Yeah, I see some over there too. From what I understand, through that E-frame security guard, he don't like people who ain't conventional, don't work, or when you see and experience what I've experienced, the system is bullshit. With that being said, they got a security guard by the name of E-frame that goes around and tries to kidnap motherfuckers that goes around and tries to bring and get homeless people to sleep at the Getty Villa. And he's supposed to be comprised of my Swedish past life self husband to lure me in. They were trying to get my ass propitiously. With that being said, my Effie Omunguz and Sergey Morales went there, and like Sergey, to sleep. That also happened to a Hispanic lady by the name of Sanchez. I got it. and she's the main one that's like head security. They were, I was showing the guy who did it in the spirit plane where you looked like an entity attachment standing before, one of them shotgun white houses that you have in New Orleans. And I was trying to show you how to do my third eye. I fucked up it. But with that being said, that poor guy, with that being said, with that being said, all right, get out of my body. I feel these motherfuckers. You got to play Zakaos Frequency to get them motherfuckers to fuck out. And you can go on his website. It's called Zakaos Frequency. Zakaos Breed fly right there. Giant fly. UN Breed Love, and go and look it up. The frequency. With that being said, the minute you go over there and they catch you sleeping, the security, who are all cyborgs like Ephraim, funny they call him Ephraim, which is biblical, but also sounds like it's a whatchamacallit for it's a computer term, for the mainframe and all of that. They'll walk up to you, tell you get to work, and by looking at you, just like with alien grace, they can pull you in. Their consciousness, which is like a quantum computer, I believe, I surmise, I postulate. He was showing me he saw military soldiers, astral soldiers running up. They were talking about turning my father into this. Parents. They zombified the fuck out of. When I got rid of them last night, especially Meghan Markle, my mother sounded normal. She's like, what happened? Even though she was fucked up. They were taking that poor lady over, whereas they could not do that before. Then it was showing a wall of what was, I was told, his ancestors. Then it dissipated into him, into it going into something, into him ending up and seeing nothing but white and being put under intense mind control. So because them broads here, Paris and Zoe Jennings and Pierre Holmes, the grandmother and all of them stole a lot from me, bearing Samedi Legua. Or heads of state, they run, 5, I think Zoe Jennings, 5 Fortune 500 companies and all that. They're worth a lot of money. Your girl, Pierre Holmes, runs the Pearl Jam Boutique on Mission Boulevard in Beverly Hills. They call it instead of Beverly Hills, they call it Mission Boulevard, which is supposed to be a nod to stealing my shit and using me by the Illuminati, Mountbatten Windsors and Rothschilds and Meghan Markle and them. I ain't gonna stand and put up for that. They trying to put y'all under mind control. Latasha Harlan's time. She comes from a Kardashev level society. And they're very, very advanced, and they avoid these timelines because they saw mind control. Even her past life relatives, who she fucking rules like a motherfucker. She can't stand, despise, disdain them niggas because how they treat her. She got raped by her uncle and everything. She was like, they talk like me. You can use 694, 695 hertz, 1181 hertz to see. Use 1248 hertz to stop that shit. With that being said, they ran over there. I saw them take my fucking my spirit team into like fucking portals too in my consciousness. It's a fucked up situation. So I'm gonna start playing the frequencies 3517 hertz, 117 hertz combined with 800 hertz. Rebuild shit to try to get my shit back. 295 hertz. I got them on my playlist. Some of them frequencies. So I encourage y'all to go on there, as well as the Zakaos Frequency. That will get that shit off mind control. I started playing that when this shit was initially really, really bad for me. So with that being said, I started, to work on their behalf. I saw Zendaya Coleman as one of the people that they're working with and all that shit. They put this guy, I'm trying to show you my fucked up bastard, who is like a fucking half human, half Mexican guy. He comes from, who was a dog human hybrid. I remember hearing fucking humans screaming when they were torturing the shit out of them, but it was really dog-like screaming and all of that. It is, at the Getty Villa in their download basements. It's true that they have maglev trains and all that. They go in and out of dimensions. All that shit is mad motherfucking real. So that's why they were saying the security lends their consciousness where they sleep there at night. They get tortured, but they live at regular homes during the day. And none of that shit is true. Ain't none of them people human. If they were basic people before, they ain't going home. Shit done changed, man. I'm hearing a lot of weird shit out there. So a tree that look weird over there, whatchamacallit. So anyways, with that being said, like, I'm really in another dimension. And whatchamacallit, aliens were trying to get me back last night. Since I was alone in the mirror universe. Since it helps protect from the motherfuckers. And they've been really instrumental in doing it. So with that being said, the minute I just thought of helping them, and it happened before with my spirit team where we were moving them people, putting every Amen guys back in their bodies and shit in the spirit plane. I remember seeing like a blue purple entity attachment that looked like a bunch of balloons and shit. That's an entity attachment, similar to what I saw with Santa Muerte. And they came and tried to kill our asses instantly for helping them two out. It was really nothing. I nearly pulled them into hell realms and every fucking thing else, that whole fucking place. And I've been trying. With that being said, from what I'm hearing, they put them, I don't know if they killed them off. And I wanted to do a video. And I got thrown off the other fucking day. I should have just fucking did it. Fuck you. I heard they put them in the consciousnesses of people that had security over there, the Getty Villa family. I saw them at one point. and tried to kill them people off. I remember they were talking about bringing their staff, and I'm like, why would your staff, them people making minimum wage, why would they be ardent about killing somebody because they ain't doing nothing with their life and to steal their body parts and give it to somebody who's Fortune 500 manager? I'm like, what kind of... So none of them people are human. Like I said, if they got evanesced off the streets or whatever. So I heard they killed them people off. I heard they put them in the heads of them people before, when I should have done the video. They were in my soul consciousness. They did something where they put their consciousnesses in that Mexican dog hybrid motherfucker and had him fuck with me in my soul consciousness, which was attached to Zogen. Supposed to have gotten favor with Ralph Lauren, who I've seen stealing my shit, along with Calvin Klein and a couple of other major motherfuckers. Use 694 hertz, 695 hertz, 1181 hertz to see all them frequencies to get my shit back. I'm going to say it at the end. With that being said, 1150 hertz combined with 3002 hertz is another good frequency to combine to get your shit back. That finds hard to find place. 1150 hertz, it's really good for that. 3000 is always get your shit back. 115 hertz is very good for finding hard to find shit. I usually combine it with 517 hertz to find my parents and all of that if it's hard, and that worked really, really well one day. So with that being said, I'm try to use that in a couple of minutes. Tired motherfucker. With that being, I hear them replicating my speech like mimics and everything else. So with that being said, I heard that, I hope nothing bad happens. I heard that they're going to try to finagle it where I end up in use their third eyes. I end up in their shit. But I'm gonna play my frequencies, try to counter that. But I want to bring attention to what's going on with Sergey Morales and that. Use especially that top one frequencies to get it back. So I heard right after, I went to sleep and all, and I was told not to do anything. Fucking disgusting. I heard that they severed them, cut them up into little pieces. So use 117 hertz combined with 800 hertz, put them back together at 3517 hertz, and then had them in the consciousnesses of some of the employees there, the Getty family or the Getty bloodline. Like I say, Rothschilds brought them in and all of that. They require permission because they work under God. I want to mention. There's a last name from the adjective victim, a burn victim. And they got Kazembe Coleman acting as my connection to fucking God. So, anyways, with that being said, they cut them guys up and tried to hide them. So you can play them frequencies 117 hertz combined with whatchamacallit hertz. There's another one, I think it's out of 119 hertz combined with 158 hertz or 117 hertz or 115 hertz combined with 158 hertz. I heard. Fives, by the way, deals with movement and numerology. So there's significance with them numbers. In the timeline where it was dystopian, like a motherfucker, it was fucked up, apocalyptic. A motherfucker came up with a teleportation device to move people the fuck out. And that's how, one of my friends got that frequency. So with that being said, from what I understand, I'm praying against, hope that they didn't kill him off. Use 694 hertz, 695 hertz, 1181 hertz, see where the fuck they at. To help them. With that being said, help them people over there in general, period. Fuck up that Getty family. That's some evil ass motherfucking shit. Them and the Guggenheims were coming in to my timelines, through them broads, because I heard that Guggenheim, they got a broad by the name of Juanita, who runs it. She a Mexican. I got a Mezzarano, or I know she got some English last name. It's like that Bianca broad who stole all my blessings just by putting her hand right there when I was young and I wasn't really accepted by anybody. I was in the 4th grade, and that's how she stole it. It was from Santa Muerte or something. She was trying to fuck with me when I was staying at the New Testimonial shelter to get my shit back. Anyways, with that being said, play them frequencies to try to get shit back. It's some evil, rotten ass motherfucking shit. I don't like what's circumventing around me. I gotta bring this system the fuck down. I was showing no mercy. They'll post some shit where they like, oh, and I'm like, nah, I don't like you people. Period. I want you gone. I was told the ones that lived on the PCH were trying to kill me off. No alliance with that evil shit. Yeah, Sanchez was that security guard's name. She was supposedly playing with herself. She was home. What you gonna do? When I was at church, I did that because humans got needs. She's the one that they put in people's soul consciousness, and that's where they've been attacking me, and that's when they've been trying to pull me into that. And I heard my dad's there as well. So play them frequencies to try to help them people fuck clean out, man. Because I don't like what the fuck I see, and I don't like what I see, bro, man. I should have took that road spirit's advice. I'm a fucking idiot. I was just nervous and scared about losing shit. Shouldn't have done it. And that E-frame motherfucker kept throwing us all my fucking ear. Just help them guys out. Effie was, I think he was Hispanic from Washington, D.C. I want to add that fact to it so y'all really help him out. Heard they got my parents there under my control. They had my brother Kerry there at one point, sleeping there. They had a green light on me the minute I fucking tried. Take out them Guggenheims. They got a section, and I know them girls, Paris O'Jennings and all them Pierre Holmes. Theirs start at the Guggenheim. That's where their timeline's in Coleman. It's Buckingham Museum. That girl's Buckingham Museum. Buckingham Palace. Buckingham Palace. I got them in my timelines. I'm not going to lie, along with the Presidio and Getty Villa with this bullshit. I'm going to try to get back my shit, rescue my spirits, rescue my family as much as possible. She goes there to go under some astral technology shit to steal my shit, and they've been trying to block me from getting it back. And I saw on the spirit plane them trying to fucking protect it as much as possible to kill me off, to steal all of my shit, to do some Beast of the Apocalypse shit. And I've had a lot of spirits and guides who saw what was coming, just like with Latasha Harlins, and didn't want that to happen. Kill them motherfuckers off. Kill Illuminati. Fuck the Getty. Do something about that Getty Villa. 125 Hertz, that motherfucker. Blitz that bitch. They took out Adolf Hitler for helping me out. The real one, they're going to show you a roach attachment that's supposed to represent him, his idealized version, but that ain't him. That's an entity attachment. He's like a mini god, Antichrist of mini gods. And they killed his son, who's, the future Antichrist, by the way. Satan, all of them been trying to help the guy out. They tried to get rid of Satan himself. I don't know if the Illuminati, Mountbatten Windsor's, Rothschilds took him over. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but just 3517 hertz, 117 hertz combined with 800 hertz him. I heard took him apart. His last part, nines with an adjective for burn victim. So help him out, man. I know Jacob Rothschild brought him into his consciousness. I was fucking him up. The key to fucking him up was I was fucking up the mental higher selves, along with pulling out Meghan Markle. I saw a timeline where she did approach my car and all of that, my van, trying to antagonize me, get me to fight and all that shit, and we were fucking high ass up left and right. But from what I understand, it's supposed to be her, prissy ass motherfucker. I knocked the fuck out of that, like a girl used to say on YouTube, Tina, prissy asshole. So anyways, take the motherfuckers out. I taught y'all how to do it last night, but really, they got the mentors who are connected to Hike. I'm supposed to be the successor to her, so y'all get 694-695-1181 hertz. Keep stealing that shit and giving it a nod. Supposed to relate it to her and Satan's infinite darkness, go to the Egyptian gods. Through me, they were trying to control them and all of that, put them under mind control. Anyways, kill Queen Elizabeth, keep her from incarnating in any black families, take out Diane Spencer, because she was trying to replace me and all that shit, steal my main consciousness and all of that, and be reborn as a black. Kill them motherfucking spirit culture vultures, man. They talk shit about us. I heard them the other day. But they really try to be us, and ain't none of them human. You ought to look at Eugenie and Beatrice's fucking itinerary. You know, I heard that theirs is, I gotta go down on Thursday to get shit and pissed on. You know, there's MK Ultra models, and then I think their trigger words are, you know, you tell them that Prince Harry raped her, or your daddy raped her, Mountbatten Windsor. That's rituals that they all do, man. They some fucked up motherfuckers. You don't want shit to do with them.